to Furry Professor Akira, and I think the very first big question I want to answer on this channel is the age-old question of, why the heck are you a furry? And I will gladly explain in a way that I can use as a lesson and teach you some stuff. So, why did I become a furry? Well, back in 2020, we all remember those times and how absolutely terrible they were. I kind of got to a point where I was very lost. Back in 2020, I had lost my dad unexpectedly, and I was going through a lot of dark feelings. And in that time, I was asked by a friend if they would like to help out with some charity work, with some mascot suits. And in looking for my own, I had stumbled across the Dealer's Den. The Dealer's Den specifically is kind of catered to fursuits and a lot of fursuit props and accessories and all that stuff. I found my first fursuit on there. It was a full suit. Had no idea what that meant at the time. And after being lost in the mail for a month, I finally got my first fursuit back in July of 2020. And I am here now. I own 4 fursuits total. I do separate content for each suit. You'll not see those suits on this channel because I like to keep all my suits separate. For a lot of reasons, but mostly because I kind of enjoy keeping the personalities of each suit separate and kind of having their own accounts to do their own things. But I felt seen when I got that fursuit, and that was kind of why I really just dove headfirst into the furry fandom. I have met some incredible people along the way. I have made some awesome friends, and I met my boyfriend, who I've been with now for almost 2 years, and it's just been an incredible experience. I have done things since I've joined the furry fandom that I probably would have never had the opportunity to had I not. I can be very specific. I found a career in mascot work, which is actually a pretty big dream of mine that I have had well before I was a furry. When I was a teenager, I had a really cool experience with a mascot when my friends had ditched me at a parade, and this mascot in this parade came over to me and made me feel really special in a very low moment of my life where my friends had ditched me and stuff. And I was like, wow, that person made me feel special. And I carried with that, that whole experience for a long time, to where now I am giving those experiences to other people. Like I have said, I work in sports. I'm a sports mascot. I don't go into details to where I work, who I am, because that's, in grounds of potentially maybe getting me into me losing my job. So I keep it vague for just kind of my own sanity reasons. But I do work for a professional sport. I love my job to pieces. It's fantastic. And I feel like I would have never gotten that opportunity had I never been a furry. And truthfully, like I had said, I feel seen. I could be me. I would never have had the confidence to set up a camera and just talk about things and help other people. A lot of the videos that I have made have really impacted people. They have taught them things. They have really helped them kind of understand different aspects of being a fursuiter, or maybe they wanted to be a mascot, and now I helped them because I gave them tips and advice that maybe they would have never felt that they had available before. And the feeling that I got from this fandom just stuck with me. I ended up going to my first con in 2020. My very first con as a furry was Anthrocon. And that first experience at a furry convention was like nothing I have ever experienced. It was the most wonderful, dreamlike experience I had ever had. I made a lot of friends. I met a lot of cool people. I did a lot of cool things. And for the first time in my life, I truly felt like myself and I could be myself. So I've been chasing that feeling ever since. Now, I had just gone to AnthroCon a few weeks ago, and it was wonderful. The experience has changed because I've been to now 3 AnthroCons, and it's not like the feeling from the first one has faded. It has mutated into this really awesome vibe. I have met some cool people. I actually, just at this past AnthroCon, was a part of a panel, and I got to do some silly things during the panel. Like, I had never thought that I would have that kind of opportunity to show off the skills that I have learned over the past 5 years working as a mascot in a setting like that where I was helping people. So, why am I a furry? Why do I do these things? Why do I put on an animal costume? Because there is a lot of sayings about hiding behind a mask. And for me, this mask, I do hide behind. But I feel more like me when I put it on because I gain the confidence to sit here and talk to you. I would never talk out of my suit like I do on this. I have the confidence. I'm a horrible public speaker, and I don't know what I would do if I didn't have something to kind of help me be more comfortable speaking. Talking this way and doing videos where I'm unscripted, just rambling, is so therapeutic because I can get things off my chest, but also I can teach people things. I can give my experiences and everything in a fun kind of way. I like content creating. I think it's a lot of fun. It's a very cool skill to have too. And honestly, I don't know. Being a furry is a lot of fun. That's the biggest thing. And I have had friends who were very much against furries and everything like that until they met me. They didn't know I was furry till later. And they're like, once they were comfortable and I felt comfortable to tell them, they genuinely were curious. Like, what do you do? What is it exactly that you do when you are in your fursuit? And I'd like to segue my kind of why are you a furry to what do I do as a furry? So I had said I go to cons. Conventions are huge. Conventions are the most amazing way to in person meet people from the internet and just have a good time running around in an animal costume. For me, what I do is I love getting pictures taken in my fursuit. It's amazing. It's fun. It's cool. I don't know. And I love, obviously, making content. So I also, outside of photos and cons and TikToks and YouTube and everything else in between, I also do charity work with my suits. I have a suit that I use that I do a lot of charity work with, and as of this video, in 2 days, I'm actually going to be doing a charity event with a very, near and dear organization that I was asked at a previous charity event if I could attend. And these charity events are absolutely, refreshing and just all around good feeling events. I've done a bunch now. I've actually even gone to a hockey game with my fursuit. I was invited. The individual was the mascot for the team that I had gone to. They knew that I was a professional, but it was a person, but they wanted me to bring my personal suit, and I am loved and adored at this arena that I had gone to. And I've done this a couple years now. Every time I go, I get the same love and just admiration for being there and having a good time. And now that I've gotten this job as a professional mascot, I can make the experience a lot more fun, and it's amazing. But the charity events are so rewarding. I don't get paid for them. I never expect payment for them. I just want to have a good time. And this particular event that I'm going to next is for a organization that is for suicide prevention. So I do a lot of work with those kinds of organizations. In this particular organization, like, I personally have adored because they have done a lot for a lot of people that I know, and I want to give back in the best way I can. So, why am I a furry? We're going to cycle back. I'm a furry because I love just being me, but I also love that the skills and experiences I have can help other people find themselves. And, donating my time to these organizations has really opened my mind to becoming a better person, to be humble, like being humbled by people who are in a lot worse situations than I am. And me being an animal for a couple hours can really change lives. So that's why I'm a furry. I will never stop. I will do this until the day I die. And whatever happens after that, I hope my suits can live on in some other way and do the same great things that I did with them. So, Kyra, why are you a furry? That's why I'm a furry. If you ever have any questions, please ask. I will be happy to answer them either here or over on TikTok. So, that is why I am a furry.